when you are giving an interview, what you essentially have to do is first understand the problem very clearly. Can you also show
We
me
can
with one example? That would be easier.
example. Just a second. Let me just. I'm saying let's let what happened in first 3 days. Experience bloom day now. Okay,
Probably take this
we can
third
take.
example.
Okay.
You're able to write in the work area, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You can take your time to think about it. It's not that you just have to tell whatever is coming into mind. Take your time and then you can tell me.
Okay. Sure. It's just like we are distributing these like m things amongst k number of people, right? You're not you are on mute, Dusty.
Sorry. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. We actually need basically flowers which are adjacent to each other to make one bouquet. So we're not distributing exactly.
Okay,
So
just a
we need
second.
A adjacent
Give me.
flowers to make one bouquet, and we need M bouquets.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll just read
Yeah,
it
yeah,
again and I'll just come with the approach.
yeah.
Got it. It's just like few flowers are they are have some some mature date that they will be matured after some time. Yeah, and uh, what is it's saying that we have m m buckets, m number of buckets we have to make from k number of flowers.
K adjacent.
K adjacent. Okay, so k would you please enlighten me about k adjacent means?
Okay, so let's take an example. The bloom day, I'm taking 7777 1277. The third example, right?
Yeah,
M is
yeah.
equals to 2 and K is equals to 3. Now, on the seventh day, what will happen? The first flower will be bloomed, the second one will
Hmm.
also be bloomed, the third one will also be bloomed, and the fourth one will also be bloomed.
Hmm.
The fifth one won't be bloomed because it is going to bloom on the 12th day. So it is not bloomed. You're able to see what I'm writing, right, in the work area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And then
understand. Yeah.
the since it's seventh day, so the second last two flowers will be bloomed. Now, since you see the first three are adjacent to each other, the first three flowers bloom, bloom, bloom. That is, three flowers have bloomed adjacent to each other. Out of these three, we can make one bouquet. We can also use second, third, and fourth, which have bloomed and they are adjacent to each other and create one bouquet. But you'll only be able to create one bouquet. You won't be able to create two bouquets. The reason is the last third, last second, and the last, they are not bloomed. Like they are out of them, two have bloomed, but the last third hasn't bloomed. So you won't be able to make a bouquet. Adjacent means that three flowers which are consecutive, they should be bloomed and then only you can make one bouquet. Now on the 12th day, what will happen is all the flowers would be bloomed, right?
Yeah.
So now you could just take any, you can take the first three and you can take the next three and create two bouquets. So on 12th day, you will be able to create two bouquets which have three adjacent flowers each, which have already bloomed.
Got it. So what we could do is like I just understood that I was not able to get that thing that it will be bloomed after. It should all the three or k number of things should be consecutive will be bloomed. So
Hmm.
because of that, we need to all bloom or matlab somehow so that we can take maximum out of that.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
absolutely fine if, let's say, the first three bloomed and the fourth one did not bloom and the fifth, sixth, seventh bloom. Then also you'll be able to
Mm,
get two bouquets, right? The first three
yeah.
can combine to make one bouquet, the next three can combine to, the last three can combine to make one bouquet. So essentially, you don't have to make all the flowers bloom. You need a minimum number such that you can make M bouquets out of which have K adjacent flowers each.
Okay. So what we can do is simply we can distribute among that. We'll search that number that is bloomed, and we'll check whether the first in kth till kth element it is bloomed or not.
So, what are you like?
We'll
What is the approach? Can you elaborate with this example only?
Yeah. So like that, this is the number that we have, right? So first we'll see ki whether we when we are not getting the not matlab maximum of this number. So this number is like 12th, and we know that we can make it like that. So we'll search according here that it is
So,
bloomed or
where are we
not.
searching between? Like, what is the range in which you are searching?
So this maximum numbers ith one matlab ith position one will be the right position, and this starting will be the low position. So we'll
The
take
lowest
mid out of
element.
this. Yeah,
So
lowest
your
element.
Your L is 7 and your H is 12.
Yeah, so no, it's not just like key we are taking that lowest elements ith position. We are just already took it as 0, and then we are doing that binary search. We are finding the mid of this position, and while doing it, we are just checking in that meantime
Sorry,
that
sorry. Could
yeah.
you explain me how is this going to happen with what is low, what is H, what is mid? Just explain me the entire approach.
So I'm just saying that. Sorry. We'll say that the low will be 0, will be in the
Okay.
zeroth position. See, and we'll find to will for example we are taking high as after the for loop. Just a second. I'm just taking as an sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to write the code. You can just tell me what is high.
Yeah, so we are finding mark dot marks. We have already initialized high as 0 here, so that we can find at 0 whatever it is, and we'll find a maximum, so that we'll find that where it is it will take that non-bloomed one time. So I and that nums dot I, where nums dot I or blooms days dot I of array at I position, we'll find the high one, and then we'll find the mid,
So
and we'll
your low
start
is,
searching from.
one second, low is 0, high is 12, right?
Yeah, and we'll try to find it from like that.
Your low is 0, high is 12. Okay. Okay. Now what you're doing is finding out the mid. So your mid is
No,
now
no,
6.
we'll no, no, we'll just finding the ith value of this position, like ith value we'll find from here.
No, ith
This
value I did
ith
not
position.
get.
Mm, we are taking this as
Your low is 0, high is 12, right?
okay.
Is that, is that, are we on the same page on that?
Yeah. So we yeah,
So your mid is going to be what you
and
have written.
we'll find I sorry, No. Mid is going to be this one, and we are
What is
just a
mid?
second.
Is mid equals to low plus
Sorry.
high minus low by 2?
Uh, it should be low plus high divided by 2, but it will matlab high minus low divided by 2 will help you around like
Hmm.
what do we say overflow.
Yeah,
So
yeah, got it.
just to avoid overflow, we are using that. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So
So your mid
ith
is
value,
6
and
or
we'll be
not?
starting from that.
Your mid is 6?
It will be not 6.
Sorry, not able to
It
hear you.
you
Why
where
is
we
mid not
got the
6?
ith maximum value.
See, you've written low as
Huh?
0, high
Sorry.
as 12. You've written low as 0 and high as
Yeah.
12. Then you're writing mid is equals to low plus high minus low by 2. Then why is mid not 6? Why is it that ith index? Like, how is it going there?
So um we have to take that ith position of ith position.
What
I
is
will
the
taking the
ith
position
position?
at here.
No, what is that ith position? You wrote mid as low plus high by 2, right?
The yeah. So position means like where the maximum maximum bloom
Hmm.
day, or maximum value will be falling. That position will be marked as high.
So high is not 12.
Sorry.
High is not 12. You wrote in the eighth line that high is equals to 12. Is high 12 or not?
No, it will be not 12.
So
I think
can
I just miswrote this one.
can you update it? Like whatever you're saying, just try to write that and then we can discuss. What would be low? What would be high? What would be mid?
Is that right that we'll find that high the value of the ith element where it is the highest, the maximum of that?
It's up to you, the way you want to do it. I was fine with low as 0 and high as 12 and mid as 6 also.
Okay, so I think high value will be 12,
Then mid is going to be
and we'll
6.
be finding the mid of this one. Yeah, mid is going to be 6, and if it falls down here in
No,
between,
no.
we'll
One
check the
second.
value
Hold on,
from
hold
here.
on. Mid is equals to 6. Then what do you do?
Then we'll start checking on that number. From here we'll from here from start from mid, we'll start checking that whether we are getting that consecutive number as consecutive k number will be bloomed or not, the minimum of or not.
Okay, then.
And then if it is, then we'll return, and it will be divided by the m number, so we'll return that value.
Can you help me with this example? How are you going to do that? So your mid is 6. Now what you're doing?
My mid is like just 6. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll simply uh, we'll simply go and check
Let's
whether
write.
the
Let's write
value
mid is
from
equals
mid.
to 6. Then, yes, we're going over the loop. Now what do we do?
What we'll do, we'll check like we So I will check. We'll check like whether we are getting uh, the kth consecutive from that position. Consecutive will be the same one, same value. मतलब the same value or lesser value.
Can
Same
you help
value
me
or
check?
lesser value.
Can you help me check for this example?
Yeah. N will be the array. Here n will be the array.
You need to pass the array also.
Yeah, from there, first I'm just writing the function where we can check, and after that, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we have to have that nums here, not the array. So we'll check from array to kth position that nums of I at position. I will have that ith position also, and we'll check if nums of I is landing here. Nums of I is greater than nums of I plus 1. It is there. Uh, ठीक है, and we just at any of the not what will return false.
Why are you comparing the two elements and you're doing it from
Uh,
I is equals to 0 till k? That is, you're doing from the 0th index till the second index in this example.
okay, sorry. I'll just my bad. Thank you for this. P. We'll check from P to K.
What
From
is
next
P?
K elements, right?
What is P?
P is the value that we already. Uh, so P is the value that from another function we'll be calling this method, so that if it is right, then we'll proceed with that. Else we'll find that the minimum number of that. Else we are going to
No.
return
Sorry.
false if it is not.
Explain me properly.
Yeah.
Like, explain me with the. Use this example and explain me with a proper dry run. You don't have to write the code in dry run. You have to just take the example and explain me what's happening.
Okay. So I'm just saying that key this is the array.
Hmm.
I'll start from the very beginning.
Hmm.
Okay. The first we'll find the low and high position. Then we'll go to the while loop. Less then we found that mid, and we'll start checking from there, and we'll check that if
Mid is
mid
6.
position
Mid is 6. Then what do we do?
is landing by this will
No, no. Shivangi, hold on, hold on. Mid is 6. After that, what are we
yeah,
doing?
mid is 6. Then we are starting that, you know that, and we are just going to check from that position from mid.
Which position? Hold on,
Will
hold on, hold on.
call
I'm not
this
able to
function.
understand.
Yeah. So
So, hmm,
from mid we are going to start from mid, and we'll check uh, like from mid value we'll check
what
that
is P
whether
in this case then?
we are calling this.
What would be P?
Yeah, P will be the mid value that will be coming from. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah. P is
I'm
what?
saying that P is the mid value.
P is 6. But
P
you're then
is
taking
the
from I is equals
mid
to 6.
value.
I is less than K. You're taking I is equals to 6 then.
Okay. Okay. I is less than K, and also we'll check this the value key
I is
K
equal to 6 and K
that
is 3. Then your loop is not even going to run for once. Because I is 6, but you're saying that I has to be less than 3. Did you get what I'm saying? Are you able to hear me?
uh, I is am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just saying that you are saying that I is equal to 3 is going to break that value.
No, no, you said that P is equals to mid,
So
right?
yeah,
So you are
it is
starting from int I is equals to P.
yeah.
You're saying I is equals to P. That is your I is equals to 6. Now your I is equals to 6, and then you're saying I is less than K. That is I is less than 3 because K is 3 for us. So the loop is not only going to run. You're saying I is 6, but you're also saying that I has to be less than 3.
Okay, got it, got it. Uh, I think did a mistake. Let's continue. So it's like he what we can do is we'll have some counter like that. C is equal to 0, and it will be running till he will be greater than greater than k plus 1. Sorry, yeah, greater than k, and we'll every time we'll increase the value of c plus plus, so that it will be going to run from that. And also we'll bring that condition um, if you know nums plus e plus k is going to uh, sorry p plus k is going to greater than nums dot length, then we're going to return. do that.
Can we do the dry
Is
run?
it? Yeah.
Again,
I'm
your P is
checking that
equals to
key if we are.
your P is equals to 6. Are we on the same page for that, or P is something else?
P is equal to 6 and we are checking the next key consecutive number, and if it is greater than the num's length, then we are going to return false, because the next fall will be not going to come, so this is not going to be our answer and we are not going to check it. From it, this function is called by another will be called by the main function that we are going to write, from where we have been divided the mid value from by taking low and high position, and from where we were solving the mid, and we are solving the exact, returning the main problem. So we'll check that whether it is C is greater than K, and we'll every time we'll, if we got that value is not equal to it is not greater than this one, then we'll return false, else we'll do the counter one and return, and in the last we'll return the true one.
Okay, let's stop here. Let's stop here and spend some time on the feedback. So, can we stop here? Is that fine?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So, see, when you are giving an interview, what you essentially have to do is first understand the problem very clearly. You shouldn't jump into the solution directly. First, understand everything clearly. Take the examples and see why that answer is coming, and discuss it with the interviewer. Now, what I was saying to you is to not write the code at all, because once the interviewer is sure that you know how to solve it, then only they'll tell you to code it. Don't start coding directly. What I was saying was, I'll remove this. So when I told you to do the dry run, it means that your low is 0, you said, your high is 12. Now, when I was saying that mid is 6, you were telling about some ith position. Now, I don't know what I is, right? Now, let's say your mid is 6. Okay, fine, my mid is 6. Now, I'm trying to tell you to do the dry run, right? So, when I'm saying mid is 6, then what I'm doing is I'm going through the entire array and figuring out whether it has bloomed or not. So, I start from the first index, which is 7. I'll write this array. I'll write this array and I'll say that maybe let me have two variables. Let me have the number of bouquets as 0 currently, and the number of consecutive flowers as 0. Now I start from the 0th index, which is 7. Now I know that the flower has not bloomed. So I'm going to move to the next index. Again, I see that the flower has not bloomed. I again move to the next index. My M1 is also 0 and K1 is also 0. So similarly, I go on till the entire array. That is, I go from 7, 7, 7, 7, 12, 7, 7. And then what do I do is, I have M1 as, nothing has bloomed. I have got no flowers which are bloomed, and I have got no bouquets. So my M1 is also 0 and K1 is also 0. So I know my 6 cannot be the answer. Now, if 6 cannot be the answer, then nothing can be the answer from 0 to 6. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to update my low to be equals to mid plus 1. That is, my low will be 7 and my high is going to be 12. Now what I will do is, again, I am going to do figure out the mid, which is 7 plus 12 by 2, which is what? Which is 19 by 2, which is 9. So now my mid becomes 9. Now I'm again going to take the entire array. I'm going to take the entire array, have M1 as 0 and K1 as 0. Right? I will have M1 as 0 and K1 as 0. Now again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to check that my mid is 9. Now my first element would have bloomed. That is, because my first flower had to bloom at 7, but I'm already at 9. So my first flower has bloomed. So that means my K1 becomes 1. That is one of the consecutive flowers has bloomed. Then I checks again the next 7. It has also bloomed. So my K1 becomes 2. That is two consecutive flowers have bloomed. Then I go to the next 7. Again, I make it 3 because that flower has also bloomed. Now, since I've got 3 consecutive flowers right now, so I am able to make one of the bouquets. So my M1 becomes 1, and now my K1 again becomes 0 because now whatever consecutive flowers I had, I just used them and made one bouquet. So I don't need anything else. Now I move to the next 7. I move to the next 7. It has also bloomed. So now my K1 again becomes 1. Now I go to 12. I go to 12, but that hasn't bloomed. So since it has not bloomed, now I don't have any consecutive flowers which have bloomed, because that previous 7 does not matter to us because the next flower hasn't bloomed. So now my K1 becomes 0. Again, I move to the next 7. When I move to the next 7, yes, it has bloomed, so my K1 becomes 1. Again, go to next 7, it has bloomed, so my K1 becomes 2. But the problem is that I have reached the end of the array, but my flowers, my bouquets that I have made are only 1, whereas I needed 2. So my 9 also does not work. Neither 9 works nor anything less than that. So again, I'm going to update my low to become mid plus 1, which is 10, and high will become 12. So you are going to keep on doing this and then explain that what is the approach that you're using. So you don't have to write the code while you're explaining your approach, and don't say it in just ith term and all those terms, because the interviewer does not know which I you're talking about. So explain it either in very clear terms or explain it with the help of an example. So first explain it. Once the interviewer is saying that yes, you're saying something which is correct, then only start coding. Because if you start coding, the interviewer knows that you don't know the approach correctly, then obviously your code is also not going to be correct. So first explain everything, and it's not that you have to jump into the solution directly. Take time, do things on your own, and then explain it. Okay. So this was the first one. It's fine. It's not something that you were not able to do anything. You told that it's binary search. It's good, but then we need to figure out the right way to do the question. Okay.
Yeah, I need to figure out like where I need to I get confused or nervous and everything at the same time.
I get it.
And I don't I first thing is like that I could I'll be prepared next time. I'll try to
Yeah.
increase my potential, and
Yeah.
I got it. Like I need to work on more explanation part, so that if I'll be going to explain it well, then you're getting means I just
Yeah.
I got nervous and all everything was
Yeah,
like
it's
yeah
the first one, so
messed
it's
up.
absolutely fine. It's not something that you did wrong or be sad about
Yeah,
it. It's the first mock interview. It's absolutely fine. We have a lot of them to go, right? And
sure.
one more thing that you can, again, nervousness is going to come. It's kind of obvious, but when you are nervous, just take 2 minutes. Ask interviewer, can I take 2 minutes? Just grab everything what's going in your head, calm yourself down, and then start again on the problem. You can definitely ask the interviewer 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I told you, right? Take your time. Take as much time as you need, but try to get to the right solution. The point is that even if the interviewer
Okay.
understands that you know the right approach, but you are not able to write the complete code
Yeah.
because of time constraints, they're going to give you that yes, you knew how to solve the problem. But right now, after let's say 40 minutes, I can't say that you know the right approach, neither you wrote the right nor you wrote the complete code. So you won't get points on anything. It's fine. Explain the approach, let the interviewer be satisfied, clarify all, like whatever questions the interviewer has, try to answer them, and first be clear about the approach on your own, and then you can only explain the interviewer, right? And then start coding. Don't jump into the code at all.
Okay. I'll slowly try to improve myself.
Yes.
I'll
And next
really
time I'll try to
take
give
this
an easier
feedback into
question also.
consideration because I
Yeah. I'm not saying that you're not good.
no
I'm
no
not
don't
saying that. Don't think about that. It's just that we need to modify how we are approaching the interview. That's what I'm just trying to say. Okay.
Sure.
Next time I'll give a easier question, and maybe we can work like at least try to first explain the approach and then write the code. Okay.